What's up, Fat Red? Sound looks good. Yeah, that's not looking too bad. I need to get it all set up, and I'm gonna take some pictures. I haven't done any photography in a while. But you gotta clear some space. You can do things really small, but with dioramas, trying to get the parts set up, I need like maybe a 4x4 space would work pretty good. It's going good. Yeah, the holiday's done. Ate a little bit too much, but feeling good. Got to get back into the grind of it all, I guess. Music might need to be a notch down. Let me see. How's that? Any better? Thor, how you doing, Thor? Duffman, what's up, Duffman? So I was playing with some resin casting today. I didn't, just a little bit. I haven't done that ever. I mean, I remember a friend of mine, we messed with doing some crates for Dungeons and Dragons a long time ago, but didn't really get too far with it. It was really, really crappy. But made a few silicone molds, just simple stuff, and had some mixed results here. Some of these came out really, really bad, but the second batch came out pretty good. And I haven't played with this stuff, like I said. This resin is actually really nice. It's much nicer than what you get out of a resin printer, in my opinion. I mean, the feel of it dries on its own. You don't have to cure it. I think I'm gonna spend some more time with that. So all of these came out kind of janky. These are okay. These two are not. But part of that is because it was based off of a clay part that had a lot of discrepancies in it too. So the molds were not as accurate. But this one that was made off the laser cut wood. Obviously the first one, I had some problems with the pour, so that's no good. But the second one is a pretty accurate reproduction. So Ted Darklaw, what's up, Ted? Ted's working away over there, as per usual. What's the turnaround time on that resin? Oh, it's quick, dude. Yeah, it's real quick. I had several different times. It's one of them, it was maybe like 5 or 6 minutes, and it was ready to pop out. It was still a little bit soft, but it was fine. And the other one took maybe about 15 minutes, and that's because I probably didn't get the ratio just right. But I mixed way too much, and it's expensive too, so I'm wasting this stuff. Big old chunk of resin. Puts off a lot of heat. It's exothermic reaction or whatever. That's what I heard someone smart say anyway. But it's quick. So you could do the silicone mold. Once you have the mold made, you could pop out probably about, I don't know, probably about 3 or 4 in an hour, but if you had a few made, you can pop out quite a few. Logic Blaster, what's up? Really enjoy your open source approach to building diorama pieces. It allows people to basically follow the same steps to build their own stuff. Yes, Logic Blaster, that's the idea, and I'm glad you're finding some value with my content. I appreciate that comment for sure. But yeah, that's the whole idea, man. Let me see. There has got to be a way for me to... I am like the worst with this comment stuff. I don't know how to put a comment in the screen. I don't know how to do anything. Oh my goodness. Let me see here. I might need... I don't know if I can do it without Streamlabs. You think you'd be able to do it with just the YouTube dashboard, but I don't know. Whoa, how long does silicone mold take? Silicone mold, not that long, but I left them overnight, so yeah, I left it overnight, but I think I want to say it's like an hour or something like that. I didn't really read it, because like I said, I just mixed them up and left them overnight. You'll only get like 50 to 100 pulls off the mold though before it starts breaking down, because when this stuff does cure, it gets super hot, and eventually that heat wears away at the silicone. So, you know, but still 50 to 100, that's quite a lot, especially if you're doing something bigger. But this stuff is not cheap. I think for the gallon or half gallon each, I don't know, it was something like that. It was like $100 something, but I got a starter pack that was small little pint-sized jars, and that was maybe $40 for the silicone, $40 for the plastic. Yeah, Duffman, so UV resin does kind of work. I've done some UV resin with the push mold. I didn't play with it too much. It kind of worked. You know, it had quite a bit of air bubbles in it, but I'm sure if you went in there with a brush and brushed it into the mold and, you know, were a little bit more careful with it, there's a way to make it work pretty well. But the UV resin does not have the... Like, this stuff feels like injection molded plastic almost. I mean, honestly, like I said, I played with some resin with my friend like maybe 25 years ago, making crates for Warhammer and Dungeons and Dragons. And that was the last time I played with resin. But this is so much nicer. And yeah, I mean, just to look at it. I don't know how much you can see, but look at that. Where is it? Where's that reflection? Look at that shiny reflection it's got. Is it picking up the light bulb? There it is. I mean, it's like really nice. Really, really nice. Logic Blaster, you know, I mostly do 112 stuff. Like all that stuff over there. But, I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite. It's nice because you could do more detail. But I will say, like, when I used to build War Games terrain and stuff, it was cool because you could just build a lot bigger stuff. Like, you could build a castle. You can't build a castle on 112. I mean, maybe if you had... you know, an entire spare bedroom just for the castle, you could do it. I think I'm going to make a master figure for my werewolves. Milliput sculpt the wolf parts, then create molds, reassemble pieces. Yeah, I'll probably get into doing something like... I'm kind of going in that direction right now with some of the stuff I'm buying, Fat Red. Not werewolves specifically, although I like werewolves. I'm kind of thinking of making some robots or, I don't know, something. No, very low odor. Very low odor. It's nothing like resin printing. Resin printing is nasty, okay? That stuff is nasty. You still don't want this stuff on your hands, but it's not the same as that other resin. Not even close. It's much less funky. Okay. So I'm going to do what Ted said when I was on Hella Dope Toys the other day. Shout out to Hella Dope Toys. I just sit on the stream and I just kind of slave away at making these things now, as opposed to back when I used to have fun and just do random items. No, I'm kidding. I still do some random stuff. We did the land speeder not that long ago. Where is my? I need a piece of scrap. Let me get a piece of scrap. Yeah, the lawn's Zamboni and the hovercraft. Oh, the laundry room's your workspace? Yeah. I mean, whatever works. I'm looking at putting in more shelves in here, too, to kind of expand things a little bit. I mean, this workbench is nice, but I always have so many things going that things just end up in an unorganized pile, and I need to have them lined out. I'll probably have to build stuff, though. All right, what am I going to start with? Yeah, little buttons. So did everyone have a good Thanksgiving? I clean my work area once a week. Yeah, you have to clean it. If you don't clean it, it becomes very difficult to be productive. So your mind gets cluttered with the clutter of the space. Statically animated, sat around and did nothing. Actually having family Thanksgiving tomorrow. Well, sometimes nothing ain't so bad. Mike Hex, what's up? Considering some of your techniques to build vehicles, your 1/8, 18th, and 1. Yeah, sure, man. Absolutely. Just have fun with it. Don't worry about it too much, and something will turn out. Yeah, Mike, you know what? I gotta throw stuff out. I mean, it sucks, but I have to throw my scraps out periodically. I try to save them, I try to work them into stuff, but it always turns into a freaking mess. So I have a couple of stackable bins now, and you know, they're maybe about that big. I got one of them right here. Yeah, it's like this job right here. And that's got scrap, and there's two of them here, but they're stacked in. And I have another one out in the kitchen. And that's all the scrap I allow myself. So after this fills up, you know, I got some small parts, got some big parts. I also have some small parts in my little storage drawers. Like if they're finely cut strips or something. But after that, I gotta chuck it. I mean, I know it could be useful, but the time taking to organize it and the mental energy of trying to keep up with where it is and I just chuck it. Yeah, they gotta go, man. I mean, I go through a lot of foam, so I just end up with tons and tons and tons of that stuff. And it's like now I know. I used to always just save the straight pieces. You know, I'd mainly focus on the straighter bits, and now I know like the angled, janky looking pieces are the best pieces for trim. I mean, you know, like this piece up top here is just like one of those little stupid corner angle bits that you would normally. Why is this not focusing there? This piece is just like a little corner from trimming a corner off something you would normally throw out. But those are the pieces that give things like the most character, I think. You know, all the little strips and things like that. So, I mean, if you had like an infinite space and you just had storage bins, you could put all the small bits here, medium, large. I mean, I guess you could do it. But it's so easy to cut the stuff on the hot wire cutter anyway. Maybe if I had a bigger workspace, I might put more effort into that. But it always seems like sucking my energy trying to do that, and then I don't have it for other stuff. Yes, they definitely do. Logic Blaster. They totally do. If they feel like they can't sell enough to make money off of a proven model they already have, they won't make the stuff usually. And that's why there's been, over the last 10 years, so many people that build dioramas and accessories and stuff like this. Sent you and Euler the same video on IG with the foam warehouse. Yeah, both reacted about the same. Yeah. I have 2 totes of Ogenens. Yeah, Mike, it's not hard to do, man. No doubt. The thing I have the hardest time throwing away is when I've cut lots of small uniform pieces. That's the stuff I always want to keep the most. Don't even know what I'm... Yeah, right, Duffman. Duffman's probably got the biggest hoard of anyone, for sure, for sure. Ratting on the Stargate builder. I might be. You don't know, I might already have a Stargate. I'm just not sharing it. Mike Hex says, I think I'm going to take the random bits and put them in spray foam and make like a weird planet with crystals. Yeah, that'll work. Do it. I have used them for like just random rubble before, and that works pretty good. You know, you just kind of make some random blast rubble pieces. Also, what's up, Briscoe? Yeah. Oh man, I need that tea tonight. Just chilling. That's what we're doing. Just chilling. Someone commented on damn it, one of my Instagram reels that these desks look like the TVA from Loki, and I didn't even think about that, but they kind of do. You know, it kind of feels like something that would be in that for sure. For sure. Where is that other desk that's finished? Oh, here it is. Yeah. Yeah, it does give that vibe. I didn't really look that much. I watched Loki season 1 like really quick. I had kind of mixed feelings about it, but Yeah. Yeah, I guess they have that retro funky look. This is still up for sale on Etsy, by the way. It's the link is in my bio, or in the description for this, actually. That link is for the consoles, but you'll get to the page. It'll be right there. Yeah, I don't know if these desks are gonna, what I'm gonna end up doing with them, if they're gonna sell or not. But if they don't, I'm gonna have a whole lot of something to make some really big, spread out photography situation for sure. It'll be interesting having all the desks repeating. Maybe after I think I'm gonna make some kind of story, or I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm definitely gonna do some kind of reel incorporating that's not just building. Maybe that'll put a little interest into it. Come on, dude, what is going on here? Paper towel. Grilled Brussels sprouts with bacon and cranberries is the devil. Yeah. Gives me more of a 60s Batman or Batman animated vibe. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Great Scott. Logic Blaster, no, you can definitely build phaser and all those kinds of props. Will it be fragile? Yeah, it'll be pretty fragile, you know. They can take a bump, but they might get dented. It's more they can't take crushing, you know. They can't get absorbed. They'll snap from crushing. But, you know, it's light. If you drop it, it's not going to break or anything like that. And if you're really interested in that, start looking at what the cosplay people do, because there's things you can do to them to harden it. I mean, some people take the foam and then they put, I don't know if it's this type of foam, but I know they put Bondo on a lot of stuff. And then Bondo, of course, is super hard. We at? Also, if anyone has any suggestions or anything with the science fiction console, desks, anything like that for that line, because I'm going to be trying to do a few different things. Since, I mean, I'll probably make less. I won't make 10 of each one because it does take a lot of time. And, yeah, I mean, if it's, I don't know, we'll have to see, but making 10 of each one is a little bit much. So I might throw a couple of other variety items in there. I'm not sure yet. I do kind of want to do something tall and skinny like this. I decided to clean up the work area now. Hey, it's usually a good decision, man. Usually a good decision. Not swivel chairs. I mean, I'll make one if you'll buy one. But, I mean, I could make one. I could 3D print a swivel. Or I could design one and laser cut it. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard. Yeah, I mean, or basically you could just take like a dowel and a bit of PVC pipe. Yeah, look at Fat Red Foo. Throw the bag out. For sure. What do we got? All the love, yeah. I know you don't really buy figs, but are you getting the Headless Horseman fig? I'd love to see you make some different type of dios for it. I do really like those. I think that's one of the figure obscuras, right? I love those things. I don't know if I'm going to buy it or not. I'm trying not to get into doing that. I did just get a Warhammer Dark Angels Joy Toy. But that's because I get a little credit every now and then from my affiliate link, so I was like, all right, I'll spend it on that because I like those. Maybe do something to lean into the TVA. Yeah, that would be kind of. I could. TVA might work. That's a thought. What happened to that prototype you did with the side brackets? I didn't do a prototype. I just did a doodle. Yeah, as I was playing with it, I can make that, and I really think it does look cool. I just don't think I can ship it well, and it's very fragile. So if someone gets that and they just like put their hand on it wrong, it's gonna break. And I don't know. I guess I need to look into getting some beefier wood, because what I have now is all very thin, meant for doing these buttons and stuff. And I was originally going to use that, but it's just too flimsy. If I get some more of this stuff, the stuff I made this Hella Dope logo out of. Yeah, this is also what I made the wheels on the Mossmobile over there for Ted out of. This would be strong enough to hold up. But I'm going to have to get some more of that, because like I said, everything I have now is super thin. Yeah, it's this thin. I have that Headless Horseman coming in tomorrow. Yeah, it looks cool. I like the Father Christmas too, Briscoe, for sure. Fat Red, sure, you could do that, but I'm not going to. Have the Headless Horseman. Black Knight! What's up, Black Knight? I almost jumped on that stream last night with you guys, but I just had to get some other stuff done. But I was tempted. I was tempted. Slaving away at the full-time job, yeah. Yeah, I do know how that goes. I have a memory of it anyway. I'm such a dick. No, but yeah. For sure. At the salt mine, as it were. So guys, if you didn't know, we do have channel memberships enabled now. So, look, I understand. I wasn't really talking about it or anything, but here's the thing. For the first person that signs up as a channel member, I'm not going to tell you what, but I will send you something as a special gift. So I don't know who it is. We'll see. Maybe it'll be for myself. Maybe I'll have to sign up myself. But whoever it is, I'll send you a special gift. And it'll be small, but it'll be nice. So, just putting that out there. Where's Bill? Oh, Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. Hey, Bill, how you doing, man? I was listening to you and Aaron a little bit last night, and Ed on Oz's Friendsgiving stream. I was telling Aaron I almost jumped on there, but I was just in the middle of some stuff. I like hanging out with Oz. It's very chill. I might do that tomorrow if he's got room. Sometimes that thing gets pretty filled up. So Ted, Aaron, it was kind of funny. We were talking about on your stream, selling the desks and the consoles, and how I didn't really want to do commissions that much. I was trying to move away from commissions. And on my Etsy, I got a bunch of traffic that day. I didn't sell anything, but I got the traffic, and that's good. But I got 4 different requests for commissions. No one bought any of the stuff I made, but people want commissions. They want what they want, and they want to tell you what they want. And I get it, but it's just funny. It's just funny. Fat Red Foo. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. My first channel member. Fat Red Foo, you send me your address on Instagram and I will get something shipped out to you. Thank you. I've seen people do dioramas and then do raffles of them. So Mike Hext, I've thought about doing the raffles, but I don't think it's technically legal. I mean, I don't know. It's like fuzzy. There's some fuzzy lines. Look at all that fire. Yeah, thank you, Fat Red Foo. I really needed that. I appreciate it. maybe some other people will follow Fat Red Foo's good example and be a mensch. Yeah, the legalities with doing raffles are really, like, it's tricky. I started reading it, and I kind of got confused, and I was like, all right, I'm not even going to do that. I was thinking about doing giveaways just for channel members, but that goes against YouTube's terms of service, I'm pretty sure, because if you read it, it says you can't offer any kind of, something specifically like that. I mean, it gets convoluted reading it, and I could just be getting confused, but I don't think so. Not really worried about it. Give it to the next sub. You've been helpful to me. I'll send you something anyway, man, because I said I would, so. Is there a way to post a link on chat? Oh, the Etsy link? Yeah. I probably need a mod. That's probably what I need, but let me see. Hold up. Wait. Nope, that's not it. I just made a copy of the listing, not a copy of the link to the listing. All right. Good stuff, good stuff. Hold on, I think. Where is the freaking share button on this thing? Well, this has got to be worth a little bit comic relief. I feel like I'm boomering out of control right now. Renew, duplicate. Give me a share link. Good grief, guys. This should be like the first thing on the page. Nope. I guess I'll just copy the... Let's see. I raffled off a diorama last year to raise money for Toys for Tots. Raise over $600. That's really nice, man. All right. Yay, I did something. Sweet. Totally cool. Axiom, what's up, Ed? Just playing with foam and glue. For you guys that are just coming in, because I showed this off a little bit earlier, but I was playing with some resin stuff, which I haven't really messed with. I made some little silicone molds. And this is just push putty clay. So this is really cool. I don't know if you know about this stuff, but it's just two-part putty. You mold it together, and then you just push it on something, and it sets into a castable silicone mold. So the first batch came out absolutely horrible. Really bad. God, that light is just blowing it out. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Really bad. Details all blown out. I mean, I could still use it for like some scrap bits and some ruins. It'll work fine. But the second lot of items, when I kind of figured out what I did wrong the first time, which was I kind of waited too long to pour it, came out significantly better. Especially this middle piece. Oh yeah, they're reusable. Yeah, it's a reusable mold. These are just normal silicone, two-part silicone. And I think they say these are good for like 50 to 100 casts, and then they start to deteriorate. Now these bits, they were made off of this handmade panel. This is made from Sculpey and little bits of Sculpey, so there's lots of unevenness in there. But this one was made off of some laser cut wood. So when I got the laser cut wood, everything's like nice and even And so the mold came out really even, and that's actually like a very good reproduction. The only flaw on this one is there's a tiny little air bubble in that button right there, but aside from that, it's perfect. And this plastic is so much nicer than the printable resin. I mean, this feels like, I don't know what to compare it to, maybe like a G.I. Joe playset wall. It feels like injection molded plastic. It's not cheap, but I really enjoy it a lot more than the resin printing so far. So if I can get the process down, I know people use vacuum chambers and pressure chambers and all that. Maybe I'll get that stuff if I keep using that, but it's definitely something I want to look into, and I like it. I like it a lot. Apparently never ending. What's never ending? Ted Darklaw's Ted Darklaw's infinite packing session. You know how Largo has the infinite playlist? Darklaw has the infinite packing list. It's just like Ted in a dark room, drowning in bubble wrap, with the sounds of Aaron laughing in the background like the Kingpin. So that's what I picture anyway. Alright, it's time for an old man seltzer. Straw and blow gets rid of bubbles. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was blowing on. I poked it with a stick a little bit, and that worked out pretty good. That's pretty spot on, Random. Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see it. Mike, I used resin and epoxy to do water on my sweat. Yeah, so Mike, I've used resin, clear resin for water before, and that works great. It can be a little tricky in bleeding off the ends and creating a mess, as you know, unless you have sides on it. But trying to get, an item casted is a little bit trickier, but I dig it. I dig it so far. And like I said, this plastic it's not cheap. It's pretty expensive stuff. When you're making small bits like this, it's not bad at all. But if you were making a figure or something, it definitely would add up really quick. But the feel of it is quite nice. Bruh. Bill got a video done. Bill, I haven't done a video in 2 months. I mean, I do reels all the time, but I haven't done a YouTube video in 2 months. I'm just like slacking supreme on that. Go ahead. We'll go ahead and throw this out for now because we got the hella dope guys in here. There you go. Look at that free promo. One, two. Don't tell that it goes through Sunday night, maybe. Hella Dope Toys, the rally flag for this community, I think so. You know, definitely has helped with some cohesion, I think, for sure. Because they've kind of put themselves in the middle of a lot of stuff, and they're not dicks, which helps. You know, they're pretty personable. Not taking things, you know, too terribly seriously, just hanging out. It's funny how far in life not being a dick will go for you, though. If Hella Dope gets a free promo, we all want a free promo, or it'll be anarchy. All right, Briscoe. Sheesh. For sure, Ted. Photos, but I like displays. What? Like photos, I think, but like displays, I'm like, I want that one and that one and that one. Yeah. Well, like anything else, you can only use one thing at a time. Your attention's the real currency, not the stuff you have. One person who has like a little bit more of attention span might get more joy out of one figure versus someone with a very short attention span and they get 10 figures because it wears off quickly. Just like video games are the same way. If you buy one video game and play it a lot and get good at it, you can get a lot of joy out of it. But if you buy 10 video games and just kind of flitter around between them, it's not usually as enjoyable. Of course, with collecting, there's a certain, itch to the completionist kind of thing for sure, and having all your favorites. That thing is gonna fall off. That is a crooked button, man. Alright, we'll just deep six that one for now. Let's see. We have to change our image. I think they're on to us. Well, I mean, I noticed you got Ted in rehab lately, so that's kind of an image change. Ted has been, what do you call it? Excommunicated from the Blue Champagne Club. With good reason, apparently. Actually, after you guys were talking about that the other day, I went and kind of checked out a little bit of that stream. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I was just skipping through it. And in the beginning, you could see just the facial expressions. Normal Ted, normal Aaron. And then about 3/4 of the way through, Ted's face just looked like grumpy Ted. Like he was still cool, but there was this. He got like some grumpiness to him after a while. I don't know exactly how that went, but the expression definitely shifted. And once again, man, Fat Red Food, thank you very much for becoming my first channel member. I really do appreciate that. I'm sure I'll start doing something for that. But like I said, man, get me your address and I will send something to you. I know you said you don't want it, but I'll send it to you. Come on, man. I do appreciate that. Okay, gluing some more stuff. All right. So, out of everyone that's in here right now, if anyone is still awake, because I know my stream acts like NyQuil for a lot of people, what accessories, small accessories, do you wish people were making, but there's just not enough of? Small accessories. Mini products. I mean, Farad Foo, if you're happy with that, that's up to you. I can't like make you give me your address, so that's totally your call. And if you didn't want it, I would give it away to someone else. But you know, maybe figure something out anyway. Is this done? I think it's done. Man, look at that. That space needs a button, but the first one, I didn't put one on there. Could we squeeze one in this? Yeah, we could squeeze one on there. Why not? I cannot picture Ted grumpy for some reason. Sad, yes. Confused, most definitely. Yeah, you know, he might, maybe not. You know, it was just a different. You know, it was a drunk ass expression. Ye old drunk ass expression. I mean, back in the day, I had tons of drunk ass moments. Don't get me to acting like I didn't. But none of them were recorded on the internet. At least not that I know of. Might have been some mosh pit shenanigans, but it didn't even make it to the internet. You know, all that stuff, social media wasn't really a thing. I quit drinking when I was 30, so that was 2010. So video was there, but, you know, wasn't really ubiquitous like it is now. Super grainy. That'll work. So now I got to go back and add that extra button into all of these. Make me feel better about life. That blue champagne night was rough for those two young whippersnappers. Oh yeah. I mean, Ed, it's just the idea of the cameras, right? I mean, having everything on a stream and recorded where people see it. I mean, I've done some... I mean, I don't even remember everything I've done, but, you know, when I was younger, I mean, I got kicked out of bars. I've done jerky stuff and things that would definitely not be, you know, not exercising the best judgment, but there was no one there with a freaking camera recording it and then posting it on the internet. Exactly, Fat Red Foo. Plausible deniability. There's no forgiveness on this stuff anymore, you know? I mean, you gotta... It's part of life. You do dumb stuff and you either... It kills you or you figure out a way through it and you know, become a better person from it, hopefully. Right, Ed. I mean, I'm glad. Honestly. You know, I don't have kids, but I imagine that's got to be just insane, being younger and having that constant eyeball on you, and then all the kids communicating on social media. Like, wow, that is just way different than the way I grew up. I have a papercraft trouble alert. Plans available on my blog that I designed. Could you take those plans and make it more realistic out of plastic or resin? Maybe. Bill, let me write it down and I'll take a look at it after the stream or tomorrow morning if I pass out. Hold on. Yeah, I'll try to remember that, and if not, you know, Bill, if you want to send me a link to it on Instagram, that would probably be a good idea too, in case my memory falls in a black hole, as it just sometimes does that. Mike Hex said, my 11-year-old has a phone. We try to micromanage, but ultimately it's nerve-wracking. No social media. Yeah, that's rough. I mean, it's... I don't know how you do it. It's got to be... I'm sure it's doable, but it would take a lot of effort. I mean, I remember even when the internet was just kind of starting, and my parents were kind of like, we don't want you on it all the time. I would wait till they would go to sleep. I was working. I was 14 years old. I wanted to get a phone jack installed in my bedroom, and they didn't want it. I said I'd pay for it, you know. And so what I ended up doing was getting this 100-foot phone cord that I would wait until my dad worked nights and my stepmom would fall asleep, and I would sneak the cord out into the kitchen and run it underneath the rug we had in the hallway there, so you couldn't see it too easily. And I would pull the phone off the wall and kind of like hang it to the side and stick the cord in so I can get on AOL and just like hang the phone there. So if you just at first glance it still looked passable. And I was doing that for probably like, I don't know, a year and a half in the middle of the night, getting on AOL. But 14's a lot different than 11 too. And you know, some of these kids, they're like 6 years old running around on the internet. Doc Ondar? I don't know who that is, Mike. Doc Ondar, Den of Inequities. As much absolutely stupid things as I did as a teen through my 20s, I'm glad there's no proof that it happened. Yeah, that's no joke. No joke. I'd have people after me or I'd probably be in jail, one or the other. Dial up for the win. Yeah, man. Briscoe, that was rather colorful. Yeah, I was an internet junkie immediately. As soon as I was able to get on there, I was on there. I didn't even watch TV. I didn't have cable television. Actually, I never had cable television, so it was always kind of weird. Now, like, most people just stream stuff. But I spent all my spare time that I wasn't, out doing stuff or, drunk assing around. Used to play guitar a little bit, not well, but I ended up drinking more than playing guitar most of the time, which is probably why I didn't play that well. But yeah. I mean, it used to be kind of like a thing where people would say, hey, did you catch this on TV? And I would just say, I don't watch TV. And now almost no one watches actual TV. They just stream stuff. But when that streaming started happening, that kind of got me sucked back into it a little bit. Because it was just too convenient. I'm already staring at my computer screen all day long, so it was just right there. Kind of got me. There's probably not proof, but internet does not age sometimes, and we can't find shit we'd want to find. Mike, are you saying that, like, the old internet is not accessible? Because if that's what you're saying, not at all. Like, you can't find... Like, I was looking for... I used to be part of, like, a guild in Ultima Online. All that stuff is gone. I mean, and it was, like, there was tons of stuff. There was a guild page and other mentions and other sites and articles and, forum posts all over the place. And, yeah, the internet doesn't hold things forever. Okay. More gluing, less talking. Well, a little bit of both. Yeah. Yep, no doubt. I was playing Star Wars Galaxies, Asheron's Call, gone. Yeah, Mike, so I played Ultima Online in 97 to like maybe 2001 or 2, pretty hardcore. And some of my guild want to play Asheron's Call, so I played it a little bit. And we played Dark Age of Camelot a little bit too. Axion. Mike, I'm old. The internet didn't exist like it does now when I was a wild Neanderthal. Yeah, Axion, I mean, the internet as a kid, like I said, I was maybe like 14, and I just started kind of like living on there, and that was pretty early. Not like super early adopter, like, you know, the mega nerds at wherever they developed the internet. And you had plenty of guys that were, you know, computer programmers. My uncle was a computer programmer. I don't know how long, but he was already like working for a major company as a computer programmer when I was like 10 or 12 years old. So, but it was very, very small. You know, the people on the internet when I got on there might have been like 1 million people total online. It was mostly America. I don't even remember. I remember slowly as other countries were coming online and you could talk to other people. It was like weird, but it didn't happen all at once. Okay, yeah, Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures, Bill. Yeah, send me the link, man. If it's a paper craft, what I'm thinking is instead of resin or plastic, I could probably cut it out on my laser cutter in wood, maybe. Just take a look at it. Wait, what's he asking? No, sometimes it will pop up randomly from time to time, or some channel may have the button beside it, but most of the time, nothing. Yeah, the apps are all different. You should usually be able to find the same stuff, but it's different. Trying to say a potential second member. Thank you, Fat Red Foo, and thank you, Briscoe. I appreciate that. If you do it, either way, thank you. I know someone mentioned it. Is anyone working on any snow scene diorama or anything for Christmas? Got any Christmas themed stuff going on? I know Ed is doing something. He's got like a workshop room with the chimney for Santa and all that stuff going on, I'm pretty sure. Wait. We don't need that. What am I doing? Where can I put this? I could put this right here. Thinking of a dio for that Father Christmas figure. Yeah, that is awesome. I kind of like, I really want to get that. I don't know. Mike Heck says, I'm tempted. Made a Titanic costume for my wife, so I got some of the plastic bits, snow, and some spray foam. But yeah, you should do it, man. I mean, even if you just do like a simple outdoor scene or something, it'll be cool. can't even remember what the newest blob of glue is. Good God. Let's just do another new blob. Find my Google password. You know, I get mixed up with all that stuff too. I have too many accounts on everything. Let's see. What are you doing here? Okay, Bill, Weird Fantastic Toys. I see the link, man. I will check that out here in a little bit. Actually, I'm looking at it right now even. Superpowers, Papercraft, Trouble Alert. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's probably ideal for laser cutting. I don't know if I have any wood bits that big, because I would need a sheet. But I'll take a look at it, man. Looks cool. Yeah, that counter, the way the keyboard counter comes out is very similar to what I got going on here. Yep. Let's see. Password requirements too secure now. Security is a problem. Looking for a solution. Yeah. Axion Figs. Yeah, I'm putting the finishing touches on my Christmas party dio. It was built mostly for the Father Christmas fig. I have the original in red and the new green one. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, I really like the vibe of that figure, that kind of, you know, not, it is traditional Santa Claus, more traditional, but not the more modern traditional version of Santa Claus, but like that kind of, you know, almost mythic version of Santa Claus. Very, very cool. Ed, I'm a red Santa guy too. I think the Krampus one was the first one, Fat Red Foo, of the Figure Obscura. I'm pretty sure it was. Oh, they have a red and a black version of Krampus. I didn't know that. Okay, I think this is the last one of these I'm going to do right now. I'm going to switch to doing something a little different here in a minute, because why the heck not? Whoops. Okay. Oh, I should complete that. Maybe I'll come back to that later. I think I'm going to play with this one a little bit. We're going to finally wrap this guy up. Yeah, Mike Hex, how do you like that Fresh Monkey Fiction Santa? What is that, the naughty or nice one? Switching to something different might just be a little random. Well, it's kind of the same damn thing, honestly, but it's a little random. It's a little random. I feel like I want to use this, but this isn't the piece for that. What do we got? We got some keyboards that aren't gonna fit. No. Could throw a random keyboard up there, but that kind of Oh, I got this. That's kind of cool. I can go up there. So I haven't done it yet, but I've been thinking about it for a while. I mean, look at that. Like, the popsicle stick looks pretty good. I was thinking about getting, all my stain is dried up downstairs, but getting like a little bit of wood stain and putting it on there and having like the wood grain on it to give it like that 60s kind of look to it. The only thing with that is you know, when I put the stain on there, no paint will stick to it at all. So I got to be careful where the stain goes, because it'll cause issues with, you know, if I stain it and then I can't get a stain on the back, I got to be able to glue it. So I just have to think about it a little bit. But some wood stain would look pretty cool. Popsicle sticks look great when you stain them. I mean, you wouldn't think it, but when you put it on there, the grain all comes out. Looks good. Oh, okay, cool. Figure, nerding out on some figure speak. All right. What are we doing here? I need some control pads. That's what I need. Some D-pads. D-pads, and actually this thing right here that was just a test I did. Maybe I could use it for something. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we're gonna incorporate one of these. Why not? See what happens. That is your support for your prototype. It's too small, but it would work. No, this was a console prototype. I was doing the monitors, and then I kind of did that. The problem I had with it, I could show you one finished. Where's that console? Oh, it's this one. Yeah, this one has, this is actually a popsicle stick up here, and this is the only one I have that's an actual wood piece as this back gray strip. All the other ones I've done the back gray strips on, it's been foam, and it caused quite a bit of problems because it's so long. When you put the glue on there, it wants to bow up when it's drying, so I had to put more glue in after it dried, and then put a little hot glue in and hold it together for a while to get it to go on there straight. So it kind of gave me some crap. So I'm a little hesitant to do anything this long and thin. But it's weird because there was another type of wood I got, and I cut something out and it didn't bow at all. So it might have been basswood. The basswood probably, I think, didn't bow. But this is actually, like I said, a popsicle stick, so some kind of pine probably. Put that red piece below the screens. Let's see, would that fit? It's a little too big, Ed. It's a little too big. This one would fit. Man, that would look so good with the stained wood. You know? Stained wood grain right there would look freaking awesome. But I'd have to do that. I'd have to do it separate. I couldn't glue it on there. I'd have to stain it separately. So I wouldn't be able to do these now. I mean, I guess I could try, but I think it's going to create an issue. I could paint everything and then just stain this and glue it on there later just to see what it looks like. And then maybe put another glued stained wood piece across the top. Oh, that's the exact freaking thickness. Wow. So I don't even need to laser cut that. I could just cut it. See, the repetitiveness is killing me. I'm just had to go random, suddenly random. All of a sudden, we're off on a rabbit hole here. All right. Damn, that hit my fucking laptop. Stain marker, yep. Stain marker works. I have probably 15 different shades of stain in the garage in the cans, but I think they're all freaking gnarly because I haven't done any woodworking in, I don't know, 4 years maybe. Nothing that's been using stain anyway. Alright, so I'm going to plan to put this on here and stain it. I'm going to plan to put this in here and stain it. I feel like there should be maybe another piece on the bottom. Let's see, it's all going to be red. Is red going to look good with the stain? I think it will. I think it will, yeah, it will. It'll be warm. If I do like a cherry or, yeah, pretty much any wood stain is probably going to look good. Okay, so we have the plan for those two parts. When I go to paint this, I need to paint the inside of the screen before gluing it, so I kind of have to know where the screen is. This is already pretty smooth because it was cut on a laser cutter. I didn't think about this before, but it will look a little different because you're going to have this laser cut piece has the scoring on the outside from the laser. And this one that I cut by hand is just going to be, you know, bare wood looking, but It'll be all right. It'll be all right. All right. So we got those two parts decided. I do need to think, is 2 pieces of stained wood going to be enough to pull this together, or does it need one more piece on the bottom? I feel like it needs one more piece on the bottom. Gosh darn it. That one's kind of crooked. Nope, that one's better. I make a hot cup of tea with like 4 bags and a small amount of water. Oh, okay. For stains. I thought you were giving me instructions on how to get freaking wired, man. Have you done any movie set dioramas or your dream room? You know, I don't know. Not really. Not really. I mean, there's definitely... Man, this thing is rough. Am I getting weak? Weak in my old age. It needs one more piece everywhere. It always does. I've done some stuff I really like, but not yet, Mike. You know, not yet. I would like to do an actual whole setup for doing like a little short film or something like that, but I just haven't gotten there yet. Look at that. Well, it's got some battle damage. Paint Saturn green so with the wood it can be family truckster of consoles. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, red definitely will look good. And it's going to look kind of Christmassy. Wow. I don't remember that being that hard. Okay. Alright, that's the end of that for now. Yeah, Fat Red, you saw that? That spear action. It's live and unscripted, man. That's what happens. I'd never do that again, probably even if I tried. Yeah. Oh no! I saw David's Miniatures. 80s cafe, 80s bedroom. Like, dude. Yeah, I did see. I can't remember if that was the guy's name, but someone made this 80s bedroom that was like freaking awesome. It's probably the same guy. Another video that I really thought was cool recently was Dwayne Shoots. He does mostly Instagram, I think. He might have YouTube. I've never looked at it. But he did a like a remake of Hey Ya by Outkast, and it was it's crazy good. But Dwayne Shoots on Instagram, you should check that out, especially if you know the video. If you don't know the video, the original one by Outkast, you should watch that and then watch his Instagram reel. It's freaking hilarious. Normally, I wear a mask when I do any kind of wood sanding, but this is so little, it's not really that big of a deal. I haven't even smelled it yet. Okay. All right, 3 pieces. Now we do some little bits. Glue some bits. Yeah, I saw that, Mike, with the TV doing the video. Do I want to use those parts? I don't really want to use those parts. Alright, we'll use them anyway. Okay. Doesn't have to be too fancy. This has got like a lot of little errors in it, so it doesn't really look that great, but I don't know, I just feel like I need to use it, so I'm going to use it. Still fascinated someone made a screen that could be sent via junk mail to play there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Done packing for now, Ted says. Going to sleep for 3 hours and do it all again. Good night, Ted. Thanks for hanging out. This is the just slap stuff together diorama, so do I want it on the front or on the side? I think we're going to be edgy and just put it on the side. Edgy, get it? Because it's on the edge. All right. I think that's pretty much it with this. Could put something up top, maybe a couple of these. Probably should have done this a minute ago, but well, we're just going to let that dry. And I don't know what color I'm painted. I was originally thinking red and it would look good. Now Ed's got me thinking green. I don't know. I have a bunch of different greens, but I don't know which specific green he was talking about. I know he's talking about the look from some kind of vehicle, like those old, I don't know, was it the station wagon you're talking about? Or I'm not sure. Edgy on the side. Yup. Boring gray with bright color screens. Eh. Work on getting dioramas to look good with the basics. Yeah, no, that's cool. For sure. For sure. I mean, most people just start with stone and bricks and stuff like that. So. metallic pea. Okay, the old pea soup green. Man, what kind of car? My dad had a car with that. Was it a Dodge Challenger? I'm not sure. I have to look it up. Let me see. I don't know. It might have been a Dodge Challenger. I don't know if they came in that green, but he had a car that was that puke green color. Man, the one that he had, what was that car? It was a Chevy Citation. Man, that thing, I don't know. When I look back on it, I think that car was probably a death trap, but it worked well enough. You know, it had the no over-the-shoulder seat belts, had a bench in the front, a bench in the back. I never wore a seatbelt ever as a kid. Dodge Barracudas had that green color. It might have been. I was really little when he had that. Like, really little. I can't remember. I could ask Mom. I know he had a Gremlin at one point, and he complained about every time you hit a pothole, you had to change the wheels because it was aluminum wheels or something like that. But yeah, the cars I remember as a kid we had was Chevy Citation. Mom had a Datsun. I want to say it was a 428, if that's an actual model number, but I think it was a Datsun 428. Grandma and Grandpa had several different cars, but the one that stands out in my mind was a Toyota Cressida that they got in '89. It was the last year they made it, just before they changed it into the Lexus line and came out with a Lexus. Old cars were made of metal. Bench seats were okay. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. They definitely, my other grandpa had a Chevy Malibu. Yeah, that thing was like, it had those vertical Mad Max bumpers on it. All right, I think I'm gonna do one more of these, finish this up since I already kind of started it here. Is there anything else I was planning on working on? No, I think we're good. This is too cool, though. I'm gonna have to make some more complex. I would do like laser cutting on the stream, but it's just not. I mean, first of all, I have to put a mask on half the time when I do it. The fan I have handles it when it's scoring, it gets the dust out, but when it starts cutting, so that wouldn't be too fun. So I probably need to do the, pre-cutting and all that before a stream. Where is? Oh, here it is. But yeah, that's too cool. I'm very happy with this, even though, amateur attempt here. My first car was Metallic P 1971 Dodge Barracuda. What did I pour these out of? Smooth on. Right here, Axion, some Smooth Cast 300. Good stuff. Fast. Like, wow, is it fast? Gotten a rollover, huh? Yeah, that was scary. Yeah, Cutlass Supreme Oldsmobile. I mean, I don't know. They say that it's better if the car crumples because it absorbs the shock and you don't, but I don't know if that's true or not. It makes sense. Geo Metros, yeah. Those were a little later. That was the 90s, but yeah. They were... I remember being in them when I was younger as rental cars. But I kind of feel like the Kias basically took up the market segment of the Geo Metros now. Or they did at one point. Something went flying. Whoops. These consoles are built like tanks. Yeah, I don't know. They look like they're built like tanks. If they weren't made out of foam, they'd be pretty sturdy because they're very chunky. Radnom, do you use reverse tweezers or regular? Do you have a preference? Regular tweezers, regular tweezers. Where are the... I know what you're talking about. I have some, but... Oh. You mean like this? Where you have to press to open? I don't know. I don't usually use them. Might be kind of nice, actually. Might be kind of nice. I'll have to test that out. I usually just end up grabbing for... I do like the curved end. I like the curved end. I mean, I have a bunch of them. I got these that have like the precision tips on them. They're really pointy, but they have a nice, I don't know, like a grippy kind of finish on the metal, so they grab things well. And these are cool for bigger, softer items too. I mean, I have like a whole freaking set, and I have more than this, but this is just what I have on the workbench. Yeah, I need to get, if I'm gonna do that, I need to get a pair with bent tip. Okay, this is pretty much done. That's a little low. Nope, it's already dry. Alright, let's see. Where are we here? Where are we here? We're at 2 hours and 13 minutes. It looks like some people have gone to sleep, which is understandable because it is getting late. It is 12:46 a.m. on Friday night or Saturday morning here in Texas. So I think affiliated links below. Nope, still here. Look at this guy, Aaron. Aaron's wide awake. You're still at work, aren't you? Does anyone know how to make a gross pus color? I don't know. Are you talking about the green, the putrid green, or are you talking about actual pus? Just got home? Alright, well, that's good at least. I'm sure it takes a little while for you to wind down, though. Unless you're just completely exhausted. Which, it still takes me time to wind down, sometimes even if I'm completely exhausted. So there's a lot of things on this random thing we did here that I'm really curious on how it's going to turn out. I'm wondering how this is going to look when it's painted, because it's not as perfect as all these little buttons. And I'm also really wondering what this is going to look like when we get the wood stained and then put on here. It's going to definitely have a unique look to it. Yeah, I think it'll look cool. I think it's going to look cool. Red, green, I don't know yet. I think Axion has the idea for my commercial. What? Yellow and green. Yeah, yellow and green would look pussy. Or like, looks like a power coupling on the side. Yeah, you know what, it does. I was thinking of this as like a display monitor, but it actually does look like a plug-in for sure. You're right. Yeah, yellow and green, or white with like a little bit of yellow and a little bit of green in it, or white with yellow even. It would just make a really bright yellow, but yeah, I feel like you need white in there to make it Okay, there you go. Yellow-green with some of the yellow glow-in-the-dark paint. Looks like pus. Nice. All right, guys. Even though Black Knight is not sleeping yet, I am going to get off here. It's been 2 hours and 16 minutes and 44, 45, 46 seconds. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out tonight. Thank you, Fat Red Foo, for becoming my first channel member. Hopefully, we'll get some more of those soon. And what do we got? Briscoe's saying, nice, I'm writing all these down. Thanks for the tips. Always love when everyone gives each other tips in there. That's very, very nice. Go for it painting. I'm about to get off right now, but thanks for coming by. Good morning, good night, and hope everyone has a great weekend. I'll see you again soon. Take care.